Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast about movies we've never seen. My name is Trent. I'm here with my wife, Betsy.
Hi there.
So, the keen listener amongst you,
those paying attention,
might see the little 100 in front of the name of this episode and think, oh, geez, this is a big episode, number 100.
Kinda.
It is episode 100, that is correct, but it is not our 100th movie.
No. We had some specials thrown in there.
We had a couple of Oscar specials, we had our Fast and Furious wrap-up, and we had our award show.
Yep.
That does not add up to 100 movies.
No, sorry guys. If you thought today was a big celebration.
Not yet.
We're getting there. We got something planned,
yes.
But you gotta wait a few more episodes.
You gotta wait a couple more weeks before we get to that. So that will come on up episode 104.
Is our 100th movie.
100th movie, exactly. Yes. So up until this point recently, we've been covering a lot of Oscar movies. Today, we're going to kind of take a break from that. Going forward, until we actually hit Oscar Sunday, all of our Oscar movies episodes are going to be coming out on Sundays.
Yep.
So it's all the way to Oscar Sunday. Every Sunday will be Oscar episodes.
So I think we got 4 more.
We have 4 more to cover. And thankfully, by the time we all hit Oscar Day, all of them are going to be streaming.
That's right.
So guys, you have no excuse. You need to watch these movies.
Correct. Including the hard one that we thought was going to be difficult to find.
We said it a couple of times. Drive My Car will be available on HBO Max, along with West Side Story on the same day. March 3rd, I think.
March 2nd.
2nd.
Yeah, West Side Story will be on Disney
Plus. Drive My Car will be on HBO Max. Nightmare Alley is on HBO Max. And
Coda is on Apple TV Plus.
Thank you. But today, this is not Oscars.
No.
Today, we're going to watch Chasing Amy.
We're back in the View universe.
That's right. Betsy, you have not seen this movie.
I have not. I've admitted this before on this podcast where I have just a blind spot where Kevin Smith is concerned.
Yeah, we've covered a couple of Kevin Smith movies already. We watched the original Clerks. We watched Mallrats, which neither of us had seen Mallrats before. And now we're up to Chasing Amy.
Correct.
So, Betsy, number 1, why haven't you seen Chasing Amy? And number 2, what do you know about it?
Same reason I always give for why I haven't watched Kevin Smith movies. I just kind of haven't gotten around to it yet.
Okay.
So in 1997, I was a whopping, 12 years old.
Yeah.
So Kevin Smith was certainly not in my purview. I didn't know who he was. I had never heard of these movies.
No.
So I was just sort of, young and uninformed. And as I have expanded my worldview and sought out some of these directors, I've seen some of his movies. I've just never sat down and watched all of them. I've brought this up before if you've listened to those other episodes where we covered these. So no real reason not to. Yeah. I've seen now like 4 or 5 of these things.
So you've seen Jay and Bob Strike Back.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yep. You've seen Dogma.
Yes.
Which I love. You've seen Jersey Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's not a part of this
It's not a View universe, but it is a Kevin Smith movie, which, hey, that movie gets a bad rap. I kind of like Jersey Girl.
Someday we'll find somebody to watch Jersey Girl with.
Maybe.
To cover it on here, but I've seen that one.
Yes.
So that puts me up to most of his movies.
Yeah. And you've seen, like, Zack and Mary.
So yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking
You've
about
seen
it,
most of them.
Short of this one, I think the only one I haven't seen is his newest Jay and Silent Bob movie.
And Clerks 2.
Oh yeah, Clerks. I forget about that one.
Yeah, I
think
a lot of
close.
people do.
I'm wrapping it up, guys. I'm getting there.
So there are 2 more Kevin Smith View universe movies that we need to cover eventually on this podcast.
And there's a Clerks 3 coming.
Yes, Clerks 3 has already been filmed. They're in post-production. It's going to come out this year.
Oh, wow.
So
I gotta
maybe
catch up.
by the end of the year we'll cover all of them, but it's a long year. We got some time.
We got stuff to watch.
Yes. So, back to the question. What do you know about Chasing Amy?
Not a ton. So I know because this is part of the View Askew universe, there are some characters that carry over. I'm assuming Jay and Silent Bob are here because they're always here.
They're also on the poster.
I believe this is Joey Lauren Adams is the star. So same actress from Mallrats, but different character.
Different character, I believe.
And Ben Affleck is in this. And if I am remembering correctly, she is a lesbian and he is trying to date her. Hence Chasing Amy.
That's a pretty good guess.
And I don't really know what happens around that. So I don't know who anybody is. I'm going to guess this is in New Jersey. Because all his movies are in New Jersey.
Of course.
One way or another, they end up in Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not a whole lot. Because that's the thing about his movies is kind of a lot goes on, but nothing happens.
A lot of dialogue.
There's so much dialogue, and they're just talking about nothing. They always have conversations that you and I would never think of the things these guys are talking about, but when they bring it up, it's like, that's a really good point. But it's the stupid everyday observations that you have that you and I have had, where it's just like, let's just have a really stupid, in-depth conversation about something mundane.
But Kevin Smith decides to put it on screen.
He sure does.
And pays all of his friends to be in his movies.
That's right. I'm guessing there's more of that in this. Probably Jason Lee.
Yes.
Probably, who else? Maybe his wife. I don't know if he was married by this point.
No, I don't think he was married by 97, no.
Yeah. The usual suspects, as it were.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I guess that covers what we know about it. I've only seen this movie once.
Okay.
And it's been within the past, maybe 5 to 7 years.
I was going to say, I don't remember you watching this movie, so you must have watched it while I was working.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. It was some weekend you were off working, and I just...
Or out of town or something.
Whatever was happening, and I just decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to watch the whole thing.
Well, okay then.
So, again, I'm not going to remember a whole lot. This is not like Clerks, where I've seen it, a dozen times before watching it with you. So, unless you have anything else, let's go watch Chasing Amy.
Let's do it.
And we're back. So, Chasing Amy, Betsy.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that one?
I actually really liked this one.
Okay.
It's different for Kevin Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is certainly his first foray in the 90s into, like, more mainstream, even though it's still very Kevin Smith.
Yeah, it's his take on a romantic comedy.
So to speak, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I would go so far as to... I don't know what I call this. It is a romantic comedy, but it isn't.
It is an unconventional romantic comedy, for sure.
Yes. And for being made in 1997, he's ahead of the curve.
Yeah. This movie
Certainly.
is, let's just call it very progressive.
It is surprisingly progressive for 1997.
Yeah.
And again, that is... Watching this now 25 years later.
Oh, God.
Yes, it's 25 years old this year, Trent. Do the math.
Yep.
And this could have aged remarkably poorly, where it had a good intention, but didn't have good execution.
Yeah.
And I think he actually managed to do both here, which not all movies in the 90s that approach a topic like this managed to do.
There are some problematic things.
It ain't perfect.
But the core of it is sound.
Yes. Like, you still get the language, but it's framed in such a way that it is the response of the more mainstream audience. The majority of people are speaking through that character. Like, there's a lot of slurs and gay bashing, which I was alive in 1997. I remember the things we used to say in middle school.
Sure.
And now in retrospect, those were not things we should be saying.
Yeah. Which I love the line in this movie that I wish I would have picked up on earlier, that if I had watched this movie earlier. The line is passive-aggressive gay bashing.
Yeah.
It's using those words, using those terms. It's like, oh man, that's so gay.
Yeah.
Or stop being a F word. you know, things like that. I told my friends back in the day, I never used those words. I never referred to something as that. And I'm not trying to say I was better than everybody else. I'm just saying I just never did it. Because I thought those, like, referring to those things as those things was kind of stupid.
Right.
I didn't like it. So I didn't do it.
You didn't know the weight of the words they were saying. You just were like, no, that's...
Yeah.
No.
And I think
not cool.
that was more out of ignorance. Because I didn't know what they were saying.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what gay was until I was a teenager.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely some ignorant shit in this movie, too. But it's also fascinating because then Jason Lee is also the prism of that. But he's also the eager learner. Like, once he realizes, oh, we're kind of the same, they, like, swap stories. Yeah.
And that was probably the best moment in the movie.
Oh, yeah. The two of them just laughing it up over their sexual misadventures.
Yes. Their war stories.
Yeah. So, yeah, I really liked this movie. And I knew vaguely what it was about, but I didn't know the whole spectrum of the story.
Yeah. It is deeper than, oh, this guy falls in love with a girl, but he's bummed because she's a lesbian.
Well, yeah, and in the 90s, that's kind of the thing. The trope would be, oh, well, like, he makes the joke, she just needs some good dicking or something like that.
Right.
That's
that was
the trope.
That was like the late night joke of the 90s.
Yeah, she's not really gay.
She just hasn't had a real man.
Yeah. So that's where it starts.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, oh, Lord, is that the entire tone of this movie?
And like the whole idea of like the man-hating lesbian really started to become a thing in the 90s. But it's because the people on the very conservative side of society, let's say, was pushing against that. Like they could not accept...
painting that picture.
Yeah, they could not accept the fact that a grown woman does not want a man.
Knows her own mind? My God, Trent.
Yeah.
The humanity.
Right. And it just kind of got adopted into popular society that is a bad thing, you know?
Well, they even talk about it here. Like, they say there's the lipstick lesbians and then the man-hating dyke lesbians.
Sure.
And Jason, his character, Banky, has a scene where he's just like, okay, here's a crossroads, and you have the nice lesbian, the dyke, Santa Claus, and the Easter Bunny, and only one of those is real. The rest are a figment of your imagination.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's speaking as the general populace in 1997.
Sure.
Like, this is just trendy and cute. It's not real. And you could change women and you'll be like the hero because you're the man she wanted.
Yeah.
The rest is just a phase.
Yeah.
Guys, it's not a phase. Also, that topic kind of comes up through here again because watching it now is really interesting. If you had watched this in 1997, or even you just watching it 10 years ago to watching it now, I'd be willing to bet your perception has already changed because there is a much larger conversation happening about, you know, gender and sexuality being fluid.
Yeah.
And this character, you know, they set it up, well, she's a lesbian, but then we find out that she has experimented. She's gone out in the world and tried things.
Yeah.
And she keeps talking about it's her journey. It's her journey, and she does what she wants, how she wants to, and she got to where she is because of the choices she made. And that is an incredibly 2022 like mindset that not a lot of people had in 1997.
Right, and I don't know if it's like just the jet-setting metropolitan idea of being in New York City and being this, I don't even know what to call it. But in 1997, you would never get someone like that living where we live.
Well, no, and like the fact that you think about, she says that was 10 years ago, that would have been the late 80s.
Right.
She would have been this person in the 80s.
Yeah.
In New Jersey.
Right.
Small town New Jersey.
But
That's
then again,
crazy.
those pockets exist everywhere.
They existed,
They exist everywhere. They exist here. They always have. It's just
It's
never
just how
been.
loud you are about it.
It's never been out.
No. And I love the scene at the beginning where she is had kind of a connection with Holden, Ben Affleck's character.
Yeah.
And she invites him to a club because this band is playing. And you can tell if you're paying attention that everybody in that bar is a woman.
Uh-huh.
And the two of them, being the dudes they are just fucking
oblivious.
Stupid. They do not notice this.
Uh-huh.
And then when it's not until she literally starts making out with a girl that Jason Lee looks around and the light bulb goes off. And he's like,
he's into
Yay!
it. And he's into it. I love it.
It clicks. It's just like, oh
Like,
God.
all right.
You stupid men. It's called what, the Meow Club or something? It's got Meow, the name of the bar.
Like
Meow Bar.
Meow Mix or something. Whatever.
You know, meow, like pussy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's like beating you. The guy at the bar is a gay man.
Yeah.
This place is full of women with short,
Only
butch,
women.
butch haircuts. And you are just like, yeah, that chick's hot and she's going to be my girl. No, honey. But yeah, these are sheltered, stupid boys who basically started in New Jersey. They've known each other forever.
Yeah.
And now they live in New York, but they kind of had very straight and narrow, this is the road I follow, and that is it.
Right. And, you know, being men hanging out with each other all the time, you're going to limit your exposure to a lot of other kinds of people.
The kinds of people that you meet, yes.
Yeah. So, just from my own experience, just me growing up in South Dakota, I didn't really have a whole lot of that stuff when I was growing up. It didn't really hit me until high school that there were gay people that existed around me. And I didn't have a problem with it. It was just, okay, that's different from
a thing.
one I'm used to. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't really have any kind of context for it. And also, nobody was telling me that I shouldn't like it.
Nobody was telling you anything
Nobody
because
was
you were a
telling me-
stupid little boy.
I was. And you talk about being sheltered. I was absolutely sheltered.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't like someone was like keeping things from me and not showing me things. It's just I was an only child and I didn't have a lot of friends.
No.
You know?
And we weren't, this wasn't in the media, you
No.
know, like watching TV growing up.
Right.
You saw the same thing over and over.
The introduction to gayness for a lot of people was Ellen.
Ellen and Will and Grace.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Those are your two
In
touch points.
popular media, that was the thing.
Yep.
And it didn't, and like, if I got any pushback, it was from like other members of my family. Mm-hmm. It was like, oh, why are they pushing that on people? It's sick and blah, blah. So I didn't listen to it because I knew that the people who were saying it were old and stupid.
And also hadn't really been around those people.
Exactly.
Same thing, guys. Just
exactly.
broaden your horizons.
Right.
Meet new people.
Right.
Go out into the world.
And you know, fast forward to present day and like my recent past, it's just, okay, yeah, those people are just that way. Okay.
Those people are also here.
Right. They're just people.
Yes.
I don't care who you like to diddle around with. I don't care.
I have more important things to do than worry
Right.
about your genitalia.
And then what you choose to do
and
with
what
them.
you do with it.
Like, that is not on my mind.
No. I'm worried about like having a job and paying my bills.
Exactly. And why anybody else would be interested in that is beyond me.
Yeah, get a hobby, guys. A different hobby.
Right.
This one is just wasting your time.
Talk about weird.
Yeah.
That right there is weird.
So yeah, and then in this movie, of course, Ben Affleck, when he finds out that she had this past where she actually went out and was with men because she told him she had never been with a man. Mm-hmm. He just has this idea in his head that he is that guy. I'm the one who saved her from this wicked lifestyle of being a lesbian. I am the one. I'm so special and unique. And it crushes him.
It's not even that. It's that she was sullied.
Yeah.
By other men.
Both. It was both things. Like,
yeah, it was both. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, he was okay with her being with women because I also like women.
Well, and his interpretation of sex is very narrow-minded.
Right.
Like, sex is penis, vagina.
Right, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I want to talk a lot about that.
Oh, you want to talk a lot?
I want to talk a lot about that. But I think the big thing, his hang up was the fact that other men were involved, and she wasn't just this innocent experimental girl who was just hooking up with girls all the time, but I'm the one coming to not necessarily rescue her or save her from that life, but I'm the one who did it. Doesn't matter what she was doing before, but I'm the one who got her to come over to the regular side.
Well,
he wanted to have a normal, quote unquote, he said it, he wanted to have a normal relationship with her. Be a regular couple.
Yeah.
But he can't deal with...
For him, his definition of normal.
All for him. This is all a selfish thing.
This is all him.
Yeah. He can't deal with her past. And there were some things that she revealed during that conversation that weren't even brought up. It's like, how about this time? How about the time I did this?
You
how
didn't
about the
know
time
about
I did
this?
that?
Here, let me just tell you all of the things I've
done.
done.
So are you just going to just completely disown me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that macho bullshit.
Oh, and he does it repeatedly.
Yeah.
When he confesses he loves her and she's like, that is fucked up.
Yeah.
And you unburdening yourself to me.
Yeah, that's
is
unfair.
Not fair.
It's completely unfair.
Yeah. He does this repeatedly.
Yeah.
And then he wonders why at the end of the movie she's like, no, you are on your own journey.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be. I've been on that journey.
Yeah.
I'm done. You got to go figure out your shit. Goodbye.
And you hurt me.
Yeah.
By the very idea that you would ever want to share me.
Yeah. You think that you know me you think you're accepting me by saying, oh, I don't care about these things. You want these things. No, I wanted past. Now I want you, and you're too stupid to figure that out.
I did all this stuff in the past to get to where I am now.
Yep.
And this is where I want to be now, with you, and you alone. And you're not getting that. You should be, like, over the moon that she decided to be with your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, what did the guy say? So he has one gay friend, and it's a gay black man.
Right.
Who puts on a persona when he's out with, like, his fans. He has a completely different personality.
Right.
But he's just like, she has been out in the world and had all these tremendous experiences and now is settling for your boring ass.
Right.
You should be so grateful.
Right.
You should be tremendously impressed that this is the boring path she chose.
Congratulations. You bagged a winner.
Yeah. But no, it's not good enough. None of it's good enough. He makes it all about him.
Yeah.
It's all about him.
And even in the end, he doesn't get it.
No.
Jay and Bob show up. Well, Bob gives him the story about chasing Amy.
Yep.
And tells him...
The longest speech I've ever heard Bob give in a movie. By far.
I think that is the longest thing he ever speaks in any of these movies.
Yes, because usually he opens his mouth and gives maybe 2 lines,
He gives
3 lines.
Little nugget of knowledge,
this
and that's all you need.
2-3 minute speech.
It's a whole thing.
Yep.
It's a whole story. But he tells a story about chasing Amy, where he was with a girl named Amy, and they were, madly in love, and blah, blah, blah. And then the questions started, because... guys get curious. They want to know what you did beforehand. You shouldn't ask those questions unless...
in any relationship.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah.
The past is the past.
And
that doesn't
you
matter.
don't need to know the details. But if she was game to tell it, then you got to hear it. And you got to understand.
And you don't get to judge.
No, you really don't. Because that was before you.
You are owed nothing.
Yeah.
You do not own this person. You do not own their experiences.
And you don't get to judge.
You were not in the picture when these things happened.
Exactly.
So fuck off.
But his story is he found out all this information, and his immediate reaction is to judge her harshly. And he breaks it off.
He fucks it up.
And he realizes after the fact that, oh, I was the bad guy here.
Correct.
And for some reason... Holden doesn't get it. And he comes up with the stupidest
the best solution in the world.
This, reverse intervention. He sits them both down.
Him and his friend.
Yeah.
There's beef. You don't like her. She doesn't like you. We all have this thing between each other. I've got the solution.
Let's all have sex together.
Oh, he's given his speech, and I was like, oh, God, no. He's
Yep.
gonna say it.
Yep.
He's gonna say the stupid thing.
Oh yeah, Betsy had the same reaction as Alyssa did.
Yep. And he
said it.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
it.
It's like, dude, you got
You're
nothing out of that.
And again, he makes it all about him.
Yeah.
He tells his friend,
Yeah.
clearly you're in love with me.
Yeah.
His friend is not in love with him.
No.
His friend is just trying to be his friend.
Yeah.
And he's doing a poor job of saying this is a bad idea.
He did say it before,
He has
though.
He has the right idea, but not because it's her, but
Yeah.
because of him.
Yeah.
Like, he's telling him she has a history.
Mm-hmm.
And you could say, well, yeah, because he doesn't like her. It's really the other way. He's trying to protect his friend who's an idiot.
Right.
His
And he
friend is
said
going to
it-
fuck this up, not her.
And he said it after he caught them on the couch.
Yep.
He goes outside and the other guy comes after him and he says, this is just going to only end badly. Mm-hmm. Not because you guys are not in love, not because of anything else, but because of who I know you to be and who I know her to be.
Yeah.
And he knows that he's going to fuck it up somehow.
Yeah.
And he does.
Because he's been with him his entire life to watch him do this all the time with
Exactly.
just his normal quote-unquote relationships.
Yeah.
So he has an opportunity to do this in this situation, and he will absolutely do it.
And he does. And he gets slapped for it. Not a lot of slapping in movies anymore.
No, there's a ton of smoking in this movie, though.
Oh, a ton of smoking.
Everybody smokes in this movie to the point that Ben Affleck has like nicotine stains on his fingers. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
Near the beginning of the movie, he's taking a drag and his fingers are yellow.
I mean, that could be natural too.
Could be back in those days, quite possibly.
Yeah.
Actually, no, present day too. I've seen that meme of him like on his stoop looking sad.
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah, he still does it.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah. It's always funny to me, and I'm sure I've mentioned this before, and I will mention it again, to see Ben Affleck 1997 before he got his teeth done.
Uh-huh.
Because he definitely... There's certain actors you don't really think about it, and then there's some, when you see it, you go, oh, they definitely did.
Oh, sure.
And he definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, everybody in this fucking movie smokes. And it's like, wow, it's the 90s. Remember the 90s?
Smoking in bars and restaurants and comic book conventions.
And everybody who does it, they would finish one and start one up again.
Yeah.
Like repeatedly in this
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
There's dozens of cigarettes in this movie.
I lived in the 90s, Betsy.
Oh my God.
And I remember.
What a time to be alive.
Those were some times, I'll tell you. So let's kind of go through the movie here. Go over some of the beats that we came up with. By the way, I looked this up before we started. The movie premiered in 1997. Rotten Tomatoes was a thing, but not to this extent. It has an 87% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That is incredible for a movie like this.
And for being 25 years old,
Right.
it's had time to go up and down.
Right, and there are people, like I think the most recent rating that was put on it was like 2014, but still, people are rating it this far back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so 87%. We get the introduction to their comic, which is Blunt Man and Chronic.
For a long time, I thought maybe that was the only time Jay and Silent Bob were going to be in this, were as the comic book characters.
Sure.
Because they do not show up till almost the end of the movie.
Right.
So that would not have surprised me at all.
Yeah.
I was waiting for them, and I was just about to give up, and then they showed up.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm familiar with Blunt Man and Chronic because of the Jay and Silent Bob movie.
The Strike Back movie.
Strike Back. But I didn't know it originated in this one.
Right. And these two characters show up in that movie.
So is it these two characters, or is it Ben Affleck's character from this movie and the guy from Mallrats?
Oh, no, he is a comic book guy.
Right, but in Mallrats, Jason Lee's character is a comic book guy.
I think Jason Lee's character is the same in both of those movies, in all three of the movies.
What do you mean? It's not the same character in this movie. This is a different character than his character in Mallrats.
Okay.
But yeah, Jay and Silent Bob is really complicated because we smashed together all these people, and several of them have been different characters throughout this universe.
Yeah.
Because Ben Affleck shows up twice.
Ben Affleck is in Mallrats, and also Ben Affleck plays himself in Jay and Bob Strike Back.
Yes,
so that's
I
a little
haven't
weird.
watched that one in a while, but that's why I was trying to figure out if Jason Lee is this character in that movie, or he's the Mallrats character in that movie. I think he's the Mallrats character.
No, because in Strike Back, he is at this comic book place and he's talking to Jay and Bob about the rights to the movie deal.
Well, I'm gonna figure this out after we finish recording, because
Yeah,
I'm all confused
I don't
now.
know if any of those characters come in from Mallrats.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Anyhow.
But anyway, it's all related in some capacity.
Yes. But they have a comic book, and it's Blunt Man and Chronic, and they're at New York Comic Con.
They're at New York Comic Con, and I have no idea how far back New York Comic Con goes.
That goes to like the 70s.
Does it really?
It's just that it was purely comic books for a really long goddamn time.
Of course.
And yeah, there's some other people who show up there, like Casey Affleck.
Future Oscar winner Casey Affleck.
There's several future Oscar winners in this movie. And again, contextually, this is 1997. This is the same year Good Will Hunting came out.
Yep.
The next year...
all of those guys were in this movie.
Yeah, the next year, Ben Affleck was in Shakespeare in Love, which won Best Picture.
Yep.
It's weird. Context, guys. It's weird.
Yep.
This is before they were famous, though. Yeah. This was right on the cusp.
Yeah.
But this is before. Yeah, same with Casey Affleck, also in Good Will Hunting. He has like 3 lines in this movie.
Yep. So, and of course, in any comic book convention, there's going to be a panel. We go to this panel and we see the militant black man up there.
His comic book is all about like something about
like whitey hating coon or something like that. That's like, it's very offensive.
Really intense.
It's very offensive.
Yeah.
But of course, we have that scene, and there's the fake shooting of Jason Lee just to clear out the place.
Yeah, it's all a big publicity stunt.
Yeah.
He's a mad black man who shoots the white man who talks down to him.
Right. And in reality, he's this very, very gay man.
Yes. A minority within a minority within a minority, I believe he says.
Yes.
And he gives a speech about Star Wars, because we can't have a Kevin Smith movie without Star Wars references.
Yeah, we have the Star Wars argument about the fact that, Lando, he was a positive role model in Star Wars, but in reality he wasn't. And there's this whole thing about Darth Vader is the blackest black man ever, and at the end of the entire trilogy, he ends up being this pasty white weakling.
And it's a metaphor for gentrification. Yeah. What? Okay.
Yeah, it's only in Kevin Smith's world would you get a conversation like that.
Yeah,
on
that's
screen.
the stuff I was talking about. It's just like really, like, you have thought about this.
It's the same conversation with the fucking Archie comics.
Yes.
About Archie and Jughead being lovers.
And I have the evidence to back this up. I have read the comics. I have presented. And welcome to my TED Talk.
Right. So this is all happening in the first bar where Ben Affleck meets Alyssa.
Yep.
Or I guess they meet at the convention, and
he's intrigued, so they hang out.
So they hang out afterwards. So they get left alone after the other two go to the comic book shop and buy a bunch of Archie comics so that they can investigate. So they get to talking, and they kind of hit it off as friends would, as people would who have chemistry. Let's say. Yeah. And we don't really hear any information about what her status is, if she's dating anyone, who she likes.
No, and she's one of those people that is like naturally like, she's not flirtatious, but she could be read as flirtatious.
Sure.
Where she's just quick and funny and listening to you. So, of course, he interprets that as, she loves me.
Right.
She fucking loves
we had a
this.
Connection.
We had a moment. Again, all about you, isn't it?
Right. And of course, this is just it's a guy thing. If any woman gives you the inkling of attention, you think that she likes you.
Yep.
No. She's being friendly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, all growing up, like when I was in college, if guys hit on me, I was stupid. I didn't get it.
Yeah, that's pretty similar to me.
It didn't happen much. So when it did happen, I sort of missed it.
There is a joke, I can't remember who said it, but it's something to the effect of, if you knew how many times that you missed out on having sex in high school and college, you would kill yourself.
Isn't that a George Carlin thing?
I don't remember.
But yeah.
I don't think it was George Carlin,
the sentiment is true.
The sentiment is absolutely true. Because there are people that really, really digged you back in the day. They would have dropped everything to be with you.
But you were too dumb to notice.
But it just didn't happen, or you were too dim-witted to notice.
Dim-witted, thank you.
Yep, raising my hand. Raising my hand. And, I had plenty of, let's just say, friendships who, it was just wrong timing.
Yeah.
Like, one of my best friends, we met in high school and, we hung out. We worked together at a couple of different, I guess it was just one job. But we worked together and, we dated, but not really. It was down to bad timing.
You didn't really date because
No.
you liked her, but then she didn't like you, but then you moved on, but then she liked you.
Right. And we were in completely different times in our life at so many different times.
Mm-hmm. And it never happened.
And it never happened. And that's okay. And most of my friends that I have acquired in my life have mostly been female. And I think it's because number one, I grew up with, all female cousins, so I'm used to being friendly with girls.
Also, men are stupid.
Also, I didn't like dudes. Dudes are fucking assholes.
There are plenty. It's hard to be friends with assholes.
Yeah. So, pretty much my entire life, I've been friends with girls, and, getting over that hump was always my big hang-up. Mm-hmm. For me, anyway. And I think a lot of people would relate to that.
From friends to friendlier.
Right. So it just never really happened for me until much, much later. I didn't really start dating until I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
You're welcome.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, I can relate to, having a connection with, thinking you had a connection with someone, but in reality it was just, hey, I like hanging out with you.
Yeah, your perception of the incidents.
Right. So, I don't know where I'm going with this, but all I can say is I can relate to that kind of a feeling. But then after the realization of, oh, they don't like you in that way, okay, I move on. I mean, I'm not going to be hung up on it and trying to push the issue. And not Ben Affleck was pushing the issue here.
He kind of actually scurries away quickly, but she calls him out on it I like you, I want to be friends with you, but you're going to have to deal with this, whatever you've got going on.
Right, and she's very comfortable with that.
Yes.
And I think that intimidates him.
Well, yeah, and that's another reason that you could misinterpret that. She's just one of those very open people.
Yeah.
I have friends like that who are very just touchy-feely, way too personal, way too quickly.
And telling you everything that they've done.
Yes, and I had a friend in college. Several people thought we were dating because he just is one of those touchy-feely, let's hold hands and run through the yard kind of people. But he also did that with every person he knew. And so I think he probably had 25 people he was in theory dating because everybody just perceived it that way.
Sure.
Some people are just like that, man. They're just like that.
Mm-hmm. And this is where we get to the scene where I was mentioning before of them on the swings, where he's just kind of trying to figure her out. Mm-hmm. And he's being very honest. He is being very honest. And I applaud that.
And again,
he's showing his ignorance.
This is 1997, and he said, I have never been up close and personal with that.
And he's referring to her making out with another chick.
Yeah.
Right in front of them.
Without a care in the world.
Yeah.
Doesn't care who sees it.
They're in a lesbian bar.
Yeah.
So this is completely normal for them.
This is who she is. This is who she has been.
Right.
This is her. Mm-hmm. That's your problem if this is weird.
And then the person who's the most comfortable with it is Banky. Yeah. Because they start telling these fucking war stories with flashbacks and everything of all these different things that they were doing, and they were having the time of their lives. That's the shit that I have done.
Yep.
They're just having the conversations with people and like not having any kind of filter and just going for it and just saying everything that you've done.
Tell me the dumbest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Here's some stupid shit I used to do.
Exactly. So like that was me, like being comfortable with that whole situation. But we get back to them on the swings, and like he's just showing his ass here. He's just saying all the things, all the stupid shit that is in a lot of guys' minds.
Mm-hmm. The ignorant shit they think.
Right. And she's shooting it all down, but in the most polite way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poking holes in every one of his well thought out theories.
And like taking his ideas and turning them on their head.
And making him have a different perspective.
Right. And
he's
like,
growing as a person.
Because he asks the question, so why girls? Why do you like girls?
Mm-hmm.
And she flips it on him. Okay, why do you like girls?
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's because it's just natural. It's the way it is. I mean, what like, and she asks, so you've never thought about another man? You've never been attracted to another man? It's like, no. It's that way with me. I've never been attracted to another man.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Straightforward.
Right.
Yeah. And he just can't believe it. It's too hard to comprehend. And then he's just like, no, you just need penis. That's sex. That's how it works.
Right.
That is A plus B. That's it.
And the whole
C.
conversation about, are you a virgin? And like that right there is such a puritanical and...
This is a philosophical
yeah.
conversation to the nth degree.
Uh-huh.
I had somebody tell me in college, you never lose your virginity. You just give it to somebody. But then that goes to the next person they sleep with. So someone out there has your virginity. you lose track of it after a while.
You just lent it to people.
You lose track of it, certainly. That's how you lose it. It's not, you know where it went, but what happened to it afterwards, that's the mystery.
Right. And I just like that conversation because the virginity thing was a little weird because they're talking about rape and it's like,
yeah, they go to some weird examples.
It is,
but I understand why they're asking because it's poking holes in the theory.
You have to be able to poke holes in all of these things.
Yeah.
Because
it's stand by your argument.
Yes.
If that's your stance, okay, I'm going to debate you on that topic.
Right, and he keeps on saying, okay, I'm going to revise it. I'm going to revise it.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of an attitude of like, okay, fine, but you have to keep on breaking down those walls.
Yep.
So, yeah.
But yeah, so they kind of just become friends. They decide to start hanging out. They play skee ball together. He was gonna go away for a weekend, and he changes his mind
because he got a beeper message.
He got a better offer on his beeper. And then the montage of them getting to be friends, and he gives her a booby cake for her birthday, and they're just spending all this time together, and he falls in love with her because he can't help himself.
Sure.
He can't help himself. She's perfect for him.
Yeah.
And he has opened himself to the possibility. And he actually respects the boundary for a while.
Yeah.
He does. But then he confronts the whole situation and he just
can't
pulls
take it
over
anymore.
And he unburdens himself. And yeah, we said it before. It's really unfair of him to do that.
That's shitty.
Like, I thought we were friends. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But of course, because this is a movie, she actually reciprocates and they have sex.
Uh-huh.
And then they start dating.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if this, in this particular movie, is believable or not. Again, it goes back to the previous thing where it's like, people change. What you're into changes. Mm-hmm. She is clearly set up, not at this point in the movie, but later in the movie, when you think back, she has been very open to new experiences. So realistically, it's not that strange. But not having that context, it's like, she's just going to do this. Okay.
Right. And it's at this point in the movie where we really start to find out more about her. And it's like, okay, she isn't strictly a lesbian.
Mm-hmm. She has identified this is her identity. Like, she has a big speech about, this is who I am. This is what I am.
Yeah, and when they're like fighting out in the rain, saying, I am gay. I'm
how dare
how
you?
Dare you how dare you put that on me because of who I'm telling you that I am.
My entire life is this.
Yeah.
And those are all her friends. That's how she is. That's how she has been.
Yeah.
That's what she knows. And she's ostracized by her friends for falling for a man because, again, this is the 90s.
Another one bites the dust.
When she tells them, she's saying, oh, I'm in love with this person.
Yeah.
She's not using pronouns.
Yeah, she's sheltering him.
Yep.
From the backlash. Yeah, and sheltering herself from the backlash.
And it doesn't work because all her friends are like, another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
You know, just another fake lesbian,
Yep.
temporary, goodbye, good be gone with you.
Has-been.
Yep. Yeah, and she dives headfirst into this relationship, and she tells him, she's like, it's because I got there on my own. I made these choices.
Right.
I wanted this. I didn't come to this decision lightly. But you had something I was missing, and I'm not going to close myself off to it just because I identify as this thing.
Right. And again, in this part of the movie, we're basically learning that she's basically pansexual.
Right. She's like...
She's into...
Like, bisexual, pansexual. She kind of tries everything.
Yeah, and she's in it for herself. Because in the argument that they have at the end of the movie, she's saying, no, I wasn't being used. I was using them. I wanted to get pleasure out of this, and they obliged.
I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
And I did.
Right. So what? Is the response to that. So what? I wanted to do it, and he's, I don't know, grossed out or disturbed by, or whatever the reaction is.
He can't handle it.
He just can't handle it.
Because he's not a grown-up man.
Yeah.
He's too hung up on his
hung up on his 1997 haircut.
Correct. And goatee.
Oh, the goatee is terrible.
He had that for a while. He has that in Shakespeare in Love, too. I was thinking that in this movie. I was like, that's the same goatee, because I bet he filmed these about the same time. Yeah. And, yeah, it all just sort of goes downhill from there. He fights with his friend, and he gets too caught up in his own brain and his own stupid way of thinking, and it all falls apart. His friendship falls apart. He loses her. She dumps his ass because he deserves it. And then even at the end of the movie, he makes a comic book about the experience.
Right.
And gives it to her. And then it's
a very limited run, made 500 copies, but I'm going to come and give you this one because you need to see this. At least he wants her to see it.
Yep.
It may or may not actually change anything. I don't think he's trying to get back together with her, but it's his way of saying, I realize what you are, I realize what I did, and I'm sorry. And, you know, that's growth. It took him a while.
Yeah, because it's a whole year later at the end of the movie. Yeah.
So.
And even his friendship, like he kind of parts ways with Banky.
Yeah.
And he's not doing the comic with him anymore.
Yeah,
they
Blunt Man
and
Chronic end because, well, I guess Blunt Man dies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so Banky has made his own comic. He's made his own comic.
Yeah.
And they have like a little moment, but they don't speak.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then he moves on. And, like, she's clearly still got feelings for him because
she said it herself, I will always love you.
Yeah.
Because you were the one who was able to tell me that I can be more than just what I was. Yeah. And
she's very emotional, and she's like, yeah, maybe I'll read it. Maybe I'll talk to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's open-ended, but he kind of goes away.
Yeah. And I think this movie was way ahead of its time. I mean, to say the least, it was very ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And I think it does treat a lot of these subject matter with maturity, if you can say that about a Kevin Smith movie.
Yes. Like I keep saying, it's intermixed with Jason Lee as the thoughts that you might actually have been thinking in your head in 1997.
Right.
Like, I know what you're thinking, and somebody on screen is going to say it out loud because we know what you're thinking.
Right.
But I have a counter argument for that.
Yeah. And there always is. There's always a counter argument to your ignorant shit.
Just keep asking questions.
Yes.
Just keep asking.
That's why
she does it to Ben Affleck in this movie.
Yeah, and that's why the scene on the swings is the most important scene, I think, because they're asking questions to each other and trying to illuminate how you're thinking and how your mind is working.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Mm-hmm. Why?
That's
it's
it.
The 5-year-old kid on the playground.
Right. Why?
Yeah. Eventually you get somewhere, kids. And of course, with all this going on, there's still little moments of like Kevin Smith weirdness. So like the one scene that Jay and Silent Bob are in, Bob is giving this emotional speech and Jay is eating spoonfuls of sugar.
Yes.
I just kept looking and he just kept pouring the little spoonful and then just eating it.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay. And then, you know, they're being paid for their likenesses.
Yeah.
And they're talking about likeness rights because they're like, we got lawyers.
We deal to a lot of lawyers.
Yeah. And when they're about to leave, Jay's like, what's that thing you say? I say in the comic? Snoochie boochies. Who says that?
It's that kind of baby shit.
It's a baby shit. So there's like weird like layers and
It breaks the fourth wall.
it definitely does. And, you know, he, like, says something about, like, we learned that Silent Bob loves Barbra Streisand. It makes him cry. You know, just, like, weird little quirky things throughout the movie.
How is it that Jay and Silent Bob are, like, these iconic characters that have survived for decades, and it's still funny? They're always funny when they're on screen.
It's because
the dynamic between them is so good.
It's because the characters work on their own and can be inserted in other worlds. They have nothing to do with any of these movies that they're in.
Yeah.
They have nothing to do with it. But when they show up, you're happy to see them, and they have something to contribute.
I saw something today after I was looking up some stuff in the View Askew universe, and apparently Jay and Silent Bob show up in Scream 3?
Okay, that's interesting because I've only seen Scream 3 once. And it was, 15 years ago.
Before you ever saw anything they were in, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I would not have had any context for who those men are. I probably thought, well, this is weird.
Right.
And moved on with my day.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm now going to have to eventually get back to Scream 3 after I make you watch Scream 2. And we'll go on from there.
Yeah. But there's a connection there. Wes Craven showed up in the other movie. Shannon Doherty was in that other movie. And yeah.
Well, and there's so many connections to the rest of the View Askew universe in this movie, which is why I'm saying it's confusing by the time you get to Jay and Silent Bob, because that's another, 2 movies down the road.
Yes.
So Alyssa and Holden find out they're from the same hometown, and he quizzes her, and she's like, I don't go back there very much. They talk about the quick trip.
Her best friend was committed after fucking a dead guy.
So that's the Clerks reference.
Quick Stop.
The Quick Stop, thank you. So that's the thing from Clerks.
And
she also hasn't been back since the funeral where her friend died, which is both a Clerks and a Mallrats reference.
Yes, embolism in the brain. That died mid-backstroke.
So yeah, there's just all these things. You made the joke at the beginning. They have a comic book opening, and they say something about 37 producers or something.
37?
And that's, again, a Clerks reference. The guy from Clerks plays a man who's going to produce an animated series of Blood Mac and Prime.
Brian O'Halloran.
Yep, he shows up.
The guy who plays Dante in Clerks.
With Matt Damon.
With Matt Damon over his shoulder. Of course.
1997. This is pre-Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
A year later, they're winning Academy Awards.
Why do you think there were so many jokes about Ben Affleck and Matt Damon always being in the same thing all the time?
Because
they
true.
were.
It's true, guys. It's true. There's 6 movies these dudes are in together.
Within 3 years.
And even before this movie, I think they made something even earlier in the 90s together. I gotta go back and look, but
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just so funny to think about how many things those two guys were in together or apart before this point, because nobody knew who the fuck they were when this movie came out.
Yeah.
No one cared. They had made many movies prior to this, and it wasn't until Good Will Hunting came around and suddenly they've got Academy Awards that people started paying attention.
Yeah.
And it all changed. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I love that tipping point. Looking at the context clues of here, this is what was happening in your career at this moment and where it went from there. Yeah, that's always interesting to me. But yeah, I think I liked this movie a lot. It is like the missing puzzle piece to a lot of the Kevin Smith stuff I've seen already. It's filling in the little things I didn't know.
Right, and I think that's why we're doing it. Like, I am a fan of Kevin Smith. I'm not like a super fan. Like, I think I've seen Dogma more than any of the other movies.
Because it's a good movie.
Because it's a great movie. And it's about subject matter that is interesting to me, and it's got a lot of funny bits in it. And he always likes to take serious subjects and make them funny. And
you can tell in this movie he's starting to hit his stride with the writing.
Yeah,
the dialogue flows really well in this movie.
Yeah,
like it's not that it didn't flow in the other ones, but it feels more like written dialogue.
It's more coherent.
This is more flow.
Yeah,
like I like the way he writes, and you can feel it getting stronger by the time we get to this movie.
Yeah, and I think it's not until he hits Dogma and probably Jay and Bob Strike Back where he really is comfortable in doing all this dialogue and doing all like he started doing action scenes in Strike Back. Like, yeah, like you didn't get any of that stuff. This is all just put a person on the screen and point the camera at him and action. Make him talk. That's it.
Yeah. But we'll see what the future holds. He's got more stuff coming out.
Yeah, and we will watch, I think, what did we say? Clerks 2 and the Jay and Bob reboot. I think are the only other two we haven't seen.
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like that's accurate.
Yeah, I think that's true. So we'll
Unless you want to include all the other stuff like Red State, which is very different.
I don't. I read something about Cop Out. Where that was
that
was his first movie that he directed that he had nothing to do with writing.
We're totally watching Cop Out.
Oh fuck no!
Shut up, we're watching it.
No,
we're gonna do it.
No, absolutely.
You're gonna hate it, but we're totally gonna.
Well, he went on the Mark Maron podcast and was talking about how Bruce Willis was just a complete asshole to deal with.
That tracks.
Yeah, and like
I believe that.
He said if it wasn't for Tracy Morgan to get him through every single day, he would have strangled himself or killed himself. It was that bad.
Or killed Bruce Willis.
Or killed Bruce. Exactly. So, like, he said something about the fact that Bruce Willis wouldn't even pose for the poster picture. And, like, if you looked at the poster picture right now with this information, you could tell that he had no desire to be on that set at all.
Then say no and go find yourself some other project to make, dumbass.
Yeah.
You had enough money back then. Now he just says yes to everything.
He
makes trash.
Honey, Betsy.
Yes, Trent.
The Razzies made an entire category for Bruce Willis this year.
Yep.
What is it, like the worst movie that Bruce Willis starred in or something?
And it's like 4 movies or something.
No, it's like 8.
It's like, oh God.
It's a lot of movies in that category.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Oh boy. But no, we are not going to watch Cop Out.
Fine.
That's
the line in the sand.
I'm laying down the law. So, yeah, I think I like this movie. The more I watch it, obviously this is only number 2, but the more I watch it, the more I appreciate it, the more I realize that it is actually a pretty good movie, regardless of the problematic portions of it. There's not a lot of it, and I think you can wave it away for it being 1997. And it treats it with a weird kind of respect. Because even then he was saying, yeah, maybe you shouldn't say those words. I mean, you come off as like, very slightly homophobic by saying these words. And, Jason Lee just kind of brushes it off saying, well, whatever, I'm going to say what I want to say. So, and of course that was 1997. So, whatever.
The times, they are a-changing.
They have changed, Betsy.
Significantly.
For the better.
Yeah.
But let's get out of here with an email, shall we?
Let's do it.
We're going to go back to Groundhog Day. We got an email from Stephanie. Just a short one here. This is one of my favorite Bill Murray movies. I love it. I was surprised on this watch that it is PG and so clean comparatively. I agree with Betsy about it being a good balance between romance and comedy, and it's sad that Harold Ramis and Bill Murray fell out during the film, when it turned out to be good, and they both should have been pleased.
I hope they look back on it in later years
Yeah.
and think that.
Yeah.
I hope that Bill Murray looks at that now and goes, that was a nice time with my friend, and doesn't think of it with bad memories.
Right, and I get that creative people can have creative differences. And this is their work, this is their legacy that they're putting out there. It's going to live forever after they're gone, after it gets made. So
some people have to work with Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis does not care about his legacy, Betsy.
Clearly.
But some people do. And if he thinks that he's putting out trash, then he's got a right to be upset about it. But it is unfortunate that that was the thing that really caused a rift there. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Stephanie, for the email.
Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. I was just thinking about Harold Ramis the other day because we watched the movie Orange County recently, and I just found out that they were putting out a Blu-ray of Orange County it's going to come out in April or something. It's like, damn, I really like that movie.
And he shows up as the dean.
And he shows up as the dean of admissions. Harold Ramis does, and
he's hilarious.
He's so great.
They give him drugs.
They gave him ecstasy.
And he's just very touchy-feely.
He's just feeling himself. I just really love all you guys.
Yeah.
Go watch Orange County. It's a good movie. But that's all I got to say about that. Betsy, that's the end of the show. If you want to talk to us about Orange County, Harold Ramis, or
Bruce Willis being a
Bruce
D-bag.
Willis, email us at neverseenitpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter, neverseenit_pod. If you want to support the show and us by proxy, because we are the show. Nobody else is here. It's just us two.
Just me.
And the cats.
You're a figment of my imagination.
No, the cats show up sometimes.
Okay.
You don't hear them because I edit them out. I try to anyway.
We try.
Yeah.
They're very aggressive sometimes.
Yes. But yeah, support us. Click the link in the podcast description. It'll take you to a page on Anchor where you can fill out all the info. Give me your credit card. Because, you got one of those. It's like $1. Do it.
It's 2022.
Yeah, you got one.
Do the thing.
But if you can't, if you don't have a credit card, or you hate us.
Or you live in a cave or something.
The least you could do is share us with your friends. That'd be cool. Do that. Also, go on iTunes and rate us. 5 stars. Please.
And anywhere else you listen to podcasts.
Yeah. So, I guess that's it. Betsy, we watched Chasing Amy.
We did.
Yeah, we'll be putting out another Oscar episode. I don't know what movie we're gonna watch next.
The next one.
Yeah, whatever the next one is. That'll be coming out on Sunday. Next Wednesday will be another whatever movie we decide to do. So yeah, until next time, I've been Trent.
I've been Betsy.
And this has been Never Seen It. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, guys.